Namaskaram and welcome to the third episode of the series CSE Simplified. The topic is BTech journey and subject hierarchy. We will discuss the subjects that matter the most, the way you should approach them, and how to avoid some common mistakes. We will show the subject hierarchy and the links between different subjects which might help you take the right decisions. We have a lot of advice to give. Just relax and watch till the end. You will definitely find this video very useful. So without further ado, let's get started. First year. First year is common for all the branches of BTech. You will have to study the basics of several interdisciplinary subjects like electronics, electrical, mechanical engineering, etc. This allows you to switch branches from second year in case you took the wrong one. Having just one CSE subject, that is programming, doesn't mean that you are supposed to relax and chill. Your first year is a golden opportunity to enhance your programming skills and learn the fundamentals. Myths. Before talking more about programming, let me bust out a few myths for you. First, programs you write in college are enough. Many people think that the programs they write in college are enough. Well, those programs are taught to even school kids these days. You need to be a competitive programmer and a problem solver. If you are not taught programming well in college, then become self-dependent. Learn online. We have listed out some free resources in the description below. Pick C++ or Java. Most probably you will have C only in your first year. Work on the language fundamentals first and then only move to DSA and competitive programming. In every semester you will encounter different languages, and if you are good at C++, then definitely you can get started with any other languages within 1 to 3 weeks. The I already know guy is above all. There are some students who have been already introduced to programming in school. Some are overconfident that they did not learn anything and they already know CSE. Well, whatever most of them already learned is just a drop as compared to the endless ocean of CSE. They are like a frog in a well. Don't think that you won't be able to compete with such students. Believe in yourself and work continuously. Programming is something you must do regularly to be good at. Otherwise, you will forget whatever you know. But such students do have an advantage among others. They did not learn the programming fundamentals again. Instead, they should head over to the online platforms, learn DSA online or from a book and start practicing. First year is the best time to start working on your programming skills. So by the end of your first year, you must have practiced 100 plus basic programming problems. Don't skip engineering mathematics. Mathematics subjects like DM, LA, DE, calculus, etc. are at the very core of CSE. Teachers will never tell why you are studying all these subjects. It is your responsibility to surf the internet and get familiar with the applications of such subjects. Electronics is important. The hardware story of computers starts from electronics. You will learn about digital gates. First vacation. In the vacation that follows, dive deeper into DSA, solve more problems and participate in online contests. Second year. Second year is where CSE will actually begin. Among the 4 years of BTech, second year is a bit special and important because you will face several significant subjects from the CSE perspective in this year only. Having learned C in first year, the college expects that you are very good at programming. Basics will not be repeated again. New concepts are there for you to digest. If you have not worked on your programming skills in the first year, this is the year when you will start getting demotivated. So better follow what we said earlier in this video for first year. Because if you are in a tier 3 college, lectures will be boring. There will be no implementation based learning. You will never be able to learn programming or any other topic if you don't travel the extra mile. There is a whole culture of rote learning. Teachers will just narrate the notes. If you are among those who wrote learned codes, well, start the countdown. Your bad days are about to come. If you don't take control of the situation. Don't expect anything from teachers or college. You are on your own in this journey. So beware of such things and better become independent. Follow standard textbooks and take help online. And here is a great lesson for you. Team up and learn together. You will never get anywhere if you are alone. Create a learning and motivated environment around you. As this year is important, reduce your programming hours and start focusing on CSE subjects. I repeat, just reduce programming hours. Don't keep it aside. Keep practicing 1 to 5 problems daily. Before we proceed with the subjects, let me be very clear that college syllabus isn't enough. Refer books or online courses to really understand the subjects. Subjects. Okay, so we have classified the subjects taught in second year as follows. First, programming based, data structures and algorithms. DSA. Do not take DSA as a theory subject. Rather, write programs on your own and play around with data structures. For those aiming for product-based companies only, journey till this subject is enough. Further, they just need to work on CP and they are done. But please understand this. If you learn CSE properly, then it has a lot more to offer. Computer graphics or CG. Computer graphics, as I learned it, focused on understanding algorithms to draw a line, circle, ellipse, etc. Other topics include filling polygons, clipping algorithms, 2D and 3D transformations, etc. Object-oriented programming or OOPS. After structures in C, the story of OOPS starts with classes, which opens up a whole new dimension for building real-world applications. Learn these concepts very well. They will help you a lot in the long career ahead. Programming in Python. Software engineering and software project management. These subjects are relevant to those who have picked development at the start of second year. Not of great significance, but still no harm in paying little attention. Third, hardware based. Digital systems or DS. The story of basic electronics engineering subject is followed by digital systems. Here you will learn the basic building blocks of CPU like adders. You will also learn binary number system, Boolean algebra, the need of clocks and about several other circuits to strengthen your basic hardware knowledge of computers. Computer organization and design or COD. The digital systems story is followed by COD. Here you will learn about the binary number system, great algorithms to add, multiply and divide binary numbers, machine instructions, I/O, etc. Also you will know how several CPU components fit in and interact with each other in the computer. This solid foundation of computers is very important and you must learn it. Fourth, theoretical computer science. Following three subjects are also among the most important subjects of CSE, which you must learn by referring to standard textbooks or an online course. Computer networks or CN. The internet turned out to be a very big deal. This subject will teach you how the internet works. In computer networks, you will study data transmission concepts, HTTP, OSI and TCP/IP architecture in detail. Operating systems. Being in CSE, you shouldn't just be a user of the computer. You must know the operating system that runs at the very core on the hardware beneath. In operating systems, you will learn several interesting topics like deadlocks, process, thread, process management, IPC, memory management and scheduling algorithms. In the lab, you will have to implement scheduling algorithms and that would also be possible only if you are proficient enough in programming. Database Management System or DBMS. Data is at the heart of almost every computing system. This subject will give you an insight as to how databases are built and managed. Some students might have already studied SQL, but DBMS isn't just about SQL. Normalization, relational algebra, relational calculus, ER diagrams and several other important topics will also be covered. Second, vacation. In the vacation that follows, here are a few things you can do. Start development, internships or digitizing a local business if you have already started development from second year. Dive deeper into CSE if you want to appear for GATE or are planning for higher education. Focus on coding competitions like CodeJam, Hashcode, ICPC, etc. Research for GSOC. Third year. Technically, this will be your final year because in fourth year you will be too busy to experience your college life. This is the year for you to gain more industrial experience. Here are the subjects you will face. First, programming based, object oriented analysis and design, or OOAD. Unlike SE and SPM, OOAD is a practical subject in the software engineering line. In this, you will learn how to build design models for a software. Design and analysis of algorithms, or DA. Followed by DSA, in DA, you will learn more advanced algorithms and algorithm design principles. Well, don't wait for the third year to learn this subject. If you are practicing CP since first year, you would have definitely mastered this subject by now. Programming in Java. Advanced Java. If you aren't proficient enough with programming, this subject would be a difficult one for you. In this, you will learn Java Enterprise Edition, comprising of several APIs to build web applications. Second, theoretical computer science. Once again, following three subjects are among the most important subjects which you should not even think of skipping. Formal languages and automation theory, or theory of computation, or FLAT or TOC. Very interesting and amazing subject. This subject deals with the machines and models of computation and the problems that can be solved using them. Compiler design, or CD. This subject is a follow-up of TOC. In this, you will study the making of a compiler, a practical subject if you dive deep. Advanced Computer Architecture, or ACA. As the name suggests, ACA is an advanced follow-up of COD. You will study advanced topics like pipelining and performance of a CPU. Third, hardware-based, Embedded Computing Systems, or ECS. This subject is optional and shares some topics with ACA. Most probably, you will learn about 8051 microcontroller in this. Other subjects, important ones, distributed systems, machine learning and AI. Not so important, IoT, big data, data mining and multimedia computing. All these subjects aren't practical. Except for IoT, the theory of other subjects is important if you want to pursue higher education. Subject hierarchy. Now let's see the subject hierarchy as to how these subjects are interlinked. Let's start with programming. C is followed by OOPS, Python, Java, Advanced Java. DSA is followed by DA. Did you notice? Be good at programming and 7 theory subjects will go on very smoothly for you. Not only that, labs of operating system and all these subjects will also be very easy for you. So overall, 15 subjects are covered by programming itself. Next up are core computer science subjects. DBMS, operating systems, computer networks. COD is followed by ACA. FLAT or TOC is followed by CD. Remember, these are very important subjects. Don't skip. Follow standard textbooks and learn anyhow to feel CSE. Software engineering, SE, SPM, OOAD, OOAD or UML lab. Computer architecture, basic electronics engineering, digital systems, COD, ACA and followed by ECS. Optional subjects. In your third and fourth year, you will have choices of subjects to pick from. Some of them are optional and some of them are compulsory. Checking for subjects in GATE syllabus will indicate their importance and simplify your decision-making process. One such important subject is ACA. Save your credits and use them wisely. Ending note. All subjects are important at their place. In BTech, you will face only the introduction or theory part of it. So at many times, you may get irritated because of no practical implementation. But who is stopping you? Go and try yourself. But never ever compromise the foundations of CSE, that is, the core CSE subjects and programming. So this was it, the BTech journey and subject hierarchy. We hope this helps you understand that CSE isn't just about programming. Programming is just a part of CSE. CSE has a lot to offer, but the choice is yours. Whether you want to blindly reject important subjects or study them and then maybe say no. Just don't be a CSE guy who doesn't even know what virtual memory, pipelining, program versus process, deadlock, VPN, etc. is. Don't cheat with yourself. You have to become self-dependent. Be hardworking and smart. At last, do whatever you want with an open heart. Thank you.